Hey guys, welcome back to the United Star. We have Neeraj, and Neeraj started his own YouTube channel, The Football Show with Neeraj. So do check that out. But Neeraj, getting straight into the preview. Firstly, I think the addressing the elephant in the room. Do you think the match will take place? Do you think the fans will let the match happen?
I'm not pretty sure, buddy, because we've seen the protest that happened the last time around, and reports are coming in that there could be a protest all over again. And the last two United matches were actually away from home, so it wasn't too much of a problem. Whereas this is going to be at home again at Old Trafford. So I'm not pretty sure. I hope the game goes ahead because you can't keep protesting games time and again. And I think fans have also got to understand that you guys have a pretty packed calendar coming for going forward with the Europa League final. So fans got to be a little understanding, and they've got to let the game go because otherwise, I'm not sure what will happen. I think you guys could probably even face a points deduction. Yeah. Not sure how that would go, but this could be a probable end scenario.
Yeah, and because the Leicester game is going on right now at Old Trafford, and photos have come out today that the Old Trafford ground has been barricaded top to bottom, and apparently there are reports that tomorrow both teams' buses will be they're going to be decoy buses, and there's going to be a lot of security tomorrow. So the FA and the Premier League, they're really making sure that the game takes place. So hopefully the match happens. Hopefully the biggest game in the English calendar year takes place, and we get to see United play Liverpool. Coming down to Liverpool, Liverpool have not been the best this season. They were fantastic last season with a great run, and but this time, it's and a lot of it is set to come down to the injuries at the back with Van Dijk and Matip and Joe Gomez. But from however little I've seen Liverpool play this season, I haven't felt that the backline has been the problem. More so the front, that is Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane. They've been horribly out of form this season. Do you think that's the problem, or do you still blame the injuries as the problem for Liverpool season?
I wouldn't attribute it just to the injuries at the end of the day. There are a lot of other reasons as well. Injuries being a main reason, not having our solid backline with Van Dijk, Gomez, and Matip out, that's a major reason, no doubt. Also, we faced a few other injuries that didn't get so much of attention, but I feel it's a major reason. We were actually at the top going into Christmas, and just before that, we lost Diego Jota, who was really firing in goals. Yeah. And he was not available till almost mid-February. And I felt that's a major miss. And in the recent times, Jordan Henderson been out, and we know how important Fabinho has been forced to play in the defense, and that's not ideal either. So all these factors together, and not having a good backup in the forward line, we've not been able to rely on Origi, Shaqiri, and Oxlade-Chamberlain either. So not having Jota meant Salah, Mane, Firmino almost had to play every game, and they've just been burnt out and run to the ground, with Firmino going away with Brazil, Mane going away to Africa. They've just not had energy, I think, and that's, I feel, a major reason. I wouldn't say only injuries, but a lot of factors which come in from the injuries are the reasons why we've struggled. And the front line has absolutely not fired over the last 4-5 months, for sure.
So coming down to the game, how important is this game? Now, looking at the table as of now, the United Leicester game is not over yet, but it's currently 1-1 and it's 60 minutes done. So I don't know how it ends up, but Leicester are fourth place and they have 63 points right now, and Liverpool are in the sixth place with 57 points, but one game in hand. So Liverpool, out of the four remaining games, how many points do you think Liverpool should win, and how many do you expect them to win, and where do you expect them to win these points for a Champions League spot?
So it's, the problem is it's not just in our hands. We need Leicester to slip up. So knowing Leicester's fixtures, I'm still pretty hopeful. They still have to play. They are playing United currently, and it's still all square. And they still have to play Chelsea. They have a FA Cup final against Chelsea and final game against Spurs, and that could also mean a lot because Spurs are also in contention for Europe. Maybe not for Champions League, but still for Europa League. So that will be a very important fixture. So just hoping that Leicester do slip up in some of these games and we get the points that we have to get. 12 points is what we should be looking to get, but I'll still be happy with 10. But then when you only have 10, you will still need to hope that Leicester do slip up. In terms of goal difference, I think we should get there in case there's a tie in the points. But still, we should get the wins just to be sure. And knowing how we've played this season, I cannot guarantee even a draw against United and 3 wins after that. A year or so earlier, I would have said, yes, we will get the 3 wins, just draw against Liverpool and move forward. Sorry, draw against United and move forward. But I don't have the same confidence and I cannot say that we'll get 9 points in the remaining 3. So every game matters. Every game is a final for us. And we should get those 12 points so that we don't depend so much on Leicester to step up.
Also, how important is Champions League? I mean, again, there are the finances, there's a lot of money involved, and you have the pull towards getting the players. But otherwise, how important do you think a top 4 finish for Liverpool is this season?
So you must know that we are the record champions when it comes to Champions League from England. We have the most number of UCL titles. So there's a lot of history that goes in with Champions League, and we just won the Premier League last season. Till then, Champions League is what we really used to savor. So those special nights in the midweek is something that really matters for us. And also looking at the team right now, I think we really need a few reinforcements. Probably players might go out. Someone like Matip, I don't know if he'll stay because we've seen so many injuries. A few others might leave. Origi, Shaqiri, I think should leave because they've contributed close to nil. So if we need to pull players, I think Champions League is very important.
Right.
Because a couple of years earlier, United was out of the Champions League and they were struggling to pull players. But being Manchester and Manchester United, it's easier for you guys to pull players when you're not in the Champions League than for us to pull. I think your problem would have been the manager at that time. For us, we do have Klopp, but we still need something like a Champions League to be able to pull players next season. And we definitely need reinforcements. So it's extremely important that we get it. But it's out of our hands. We really need to win our games and then hope that Leicester does slip up.
Right. So, Neeraj, coming to the lineups, how do you think Klopp will line up with Liverpool?
I think it's just going to be the same kind of 11 as we saw in the previous game. Just hope the back line is fit. We have Kabak and Phillips playing at the back with Trent and Robbo behind as the fullbacks and Alisson at the back. If we have these two playing, then obviously Fabinho fits into the midfield and that makes a whole lot of difference for us. Yeah. Fabinho in defense just has a huge impact with Thiago or Wijnaldum holding. Thiago finally has scored a goal, so that's a lot of confidence for us. And same way, Mane has finally scored a goal after a long time. So Thiago and Fabinho in midfield with Wijnaldum or Curtis Jones. I hope Curtis Jones does get a chance, but I think Wijnaldum will be the one who Klopp will rely on. And the same front three, Mane, Salah and Firmino. Though personally, I would prefer Jota, but I think being such a big game, I think Klopp will want some defensive duties from Bobby. So even though he's not getting the goals, I think he will still go ahead and pick Firmino and bring Jota off the bench.
Yeah,
we might even see a front four in the second half if we're chasing goals.
Just to interrupt you, your Soyuncu has just scored and made it 2-1 to Leicester. So it's not good news for you right now. Yeah, so coming to the United lineup, I think it's going to be a strong lineup because we've been able to rest our players in this game against Leicester. I don't know how good of a decision it is. They were losing, but I mean, we needed to rest players. We had 3 games in a very short period of time. So I think Henderson starts with Maguire being out, either one of Bailly or Tuanzebe. I think Bailly would start with Lindelof, Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. McTominay and Fred will play in the midfield with Bruno up front. with Pogba on the left, Cavani up front, and Rashford on the right. So it's going to be a pretty strong. It's the strongest 11 that United could play other than Harry Maguire. So it's hopefully going to be a good game. I hope it's not going to be a boring 0-0 game, which is not going to help Liverpool for sure. So I think they have to come out and they have to go for the victory. Predictions. What do you predict, Neeraj? What scoreline?
So when I came on the show a week back, I was pretty pessimistic going into the game. I predicted a score of 3-1 to United, but I think the optimism is back now. Now that Mane has got a goal, Thiago's finally got a goal. We're coming in from a win at the back of a win, and United is not on the back of that 6-2 demolition of Roma. You've seen a lot. I mean, you might see a loss against Leicester. You have rested a few players, so I think we should be able to win 2-1, because knowing that this game matters more to us than to you, because for you it's more about denying us. I think for United it's more about denying us than, because your title is gone if you don't win today. So it's more about denying Liverpool a chance of getting into the top four, but that's equally a good motivation for United to go into the game, like denying your biggest rivals a place in the Champions League. So I think it should be a pretty competitive game. I hope it's not a 0-0 again. 2-1 is my prediction.
2-1 to Liverpool for United.
Yes, Liverpool will win.
Okay, so thank
pretty
you for
sure
joining.
This time around. I wasn't confident last time, but I'm pretty sure this time we'll win.
So you've gone from a 3-1 to United to a 2-1 to Liverpool in a matter of a week. That's some confidence. Hopefully there are goals. Hopefully we see an interesting game with an action-packed game, and hopefully we can deny you a Champions League spot. That would be really satisfying. So thank you for coming on, Neeraj. Guys, do check out his YouTube channel, The Football Show with Neeraj. And